Alright, we're back on KuebikoSquad. Previously on KuebikoSquad. Fucking, yeah, that needs to be a thing. Like, every episode needs to have a previously on. Do you want to add more commentary this episode, though? Do you want to tell me a random factoid? Oh, right, there's QTEs in this game, but they're not like horrible QTEs. They're just kind of there to be quick time events.
Float that well.
It could be a pretty stiff mattress. You never know.
So how are your like tiny little arrows piercing through those very thick ropes?
Pure skill. Why'd I jump over that?
How did you jump over that?
I'm on a mattress. It has springs.
I took physics. That's not how it works.
But did you take video game physics? Video game physics reacts far differently than anything else in like the real world. Oh god. Alright. They're really forgiving with the hit. Except this one. Yes! I got it! I never get that one! Yay! Oh, I've played this game like twice. And I freaking suck on that one mattress. Oh yeah, he has the goofiest run. This is the hero Daventry needs, not the hero it deserves. But whatever. Oh, and yeah, we're back at the beginning.
With the magic mirror
Beautiful
safely
water
in my
animation in the
possession, I
background.
dreamt of a Daventry I would be rewarded with, and the kingdom it could become.
Yeah. So there's like 7 original King's Quests? I don't know, there's a lot of original King's Quests, and most of them, I think, follow Graham. But I don't know where in, like, the, story... Oh. This is important.
In that split second, I had 3 choices in front of me. Any would clear my path to safety, and all would have rippling consequences.
Yep. So I can either shoot him in the face, I can ring that bell, or I can save him. I can either do strength, wisdom, or compassion. Oh god. Oh god. Shoot the thing! Shoot the thing! I'm gonna be compassionate. Because I'm not a horrible person. Even though I should have shot that fucker in the other eye. In fact, I should have shot it, tethered it to, like, the ground somehow, ripped out its frickin' horn, shoved it through its eye, and then pissed on its dead body. Screw that dragon! You will...
It's like I would have shot in the eye, but yeah. Probably wouldn't have gone to the extreme you would have.
Whatever.
The game allowed it.
But with the last of my strength, I climbed out of the well and headed back to the castle.
Gwendolyn's just there.
Ever since the magic mirror returned, its reflections have warned the kingdom of danger, kept
Grandpa's hallucinating in the mirror again.
And it has exposed many troublesome crumbs tangled in my beard.
Yeah.
Yeah. King Edward was so proud that you returned his lost treasure that he made you king. Everyone knows that part. Now, can we get back to that dragon?
Gwendolyn,
She has her priorities straight.
My stories and dragons. I hope this old cap will be remembered for far more than the action tattered across its brim.
Yeah,
Sown
so
into
Graham
the
is
seams
old
of
and
many
sick
hidden
now.
Adventures.
Which, I suppose for people that grew up playing
Alright,
King's
let's
Quest,
back
it would be
to
pretty
the
sad, but...
dragon.
Tell me everything.
Yeah, I don't...
Like, why did you set the dragon free even though he was trying to eat you?
Yep. Different dialogue trees for
Free
different
because, well,
things that you do,
over
though.
the years, I realized that the dragon was not the despicable, hideous beast Daventry had made him out to be.
No, it was
He
totally a
was
hideous,
just
despicable beast.
a
Screw that
caged
dragon. I hate
animal
it.
that was never shown any kindness. On that day, I forgave the dragon for his atrocious past.
You have such a bizarre
did.
way of making friends,
I don't.
Grandpa. I guess I do too.
Fuck that dragon.
I'm known as Gwendolyn the Pirate
Seriously.
back home. But only to my stepbrothers.
I've always found it best to pursue friends where I can, though they don't always feel the same about me.
All right, you two. Grandpa needs to rest. Gwendolyn, it's way past your bedtime.
That's a giant candle in the background. Did you see that? It was like
Sleep well, Grandpa.
thicker than your
I'll be back
forearm.
first thing
It
in the
was,
morning.
I don't know.
I don't need
foot
rest. I'm a
Yeah, see?
spry.
Those are big candles.
I wouldn't mind a slice of magic fruit.
And he just sort of, old man passes out there in that bed. Oh, yeah. Little references to old King's Quests. Apparently. Like, that's... Yeah. I don't know which ones, but... I know that scene with the Minotaur. Specifically. For some reason. And that's her cousin, I guess. Whose nose
Well,
seriously
hello,
looks like a zit.
I'm glad you're finally here.
And
He's been
talks
asking
like
about
a
you for days.
prude.
I had to sit through the same story 5 times.
We got here as fast as we could. And I like Grandpa's stories. Especially the ones with dragons.
Ah, yes, the legendary beast that he set free. I don't know if he forgets I've heard that story before, or he doesn't care, but he loves telling it to anyone that will listen.
Just like old people. They nail
I'm
his
pretty
character
sure
down
I heard
pat.
the nursemaids telling his same jokes in the hall.
Have you heard anything the doctors are saying?
Yes, doctors, wizards, magic elves. Grandfather is fine, Gwendolyn. They all say the same thing. He's just old. He still has a few good years left. Look, we're all excited.
He
that
still
your
has a few
family
good...
made the
He
trip,
can't
but
walk.
there's
He
no
can
need to worry.
barely
You should get some
defecate
rest.
on his own.
I'm sure you're
He's
scheduled for
saying the
more
same
of
stories. We're
Grandfather's
pretty sure he has
hilarious
dementia,
ramblings.
Alzheimer's, like
I'm
all
also
sorts of...
scheduled
He
for
still
the
has a few good years left in his own
Yes, the
imagination
fencing
on his,
tournament.
like, massive
You'll love it.
drug-induced,
I'm,
like...
of course, favored to win, and we'll make sure you have the very
He's
best
gonna
seat
die
for
in,
my
like, a year.
victory.
But...
The courtyard will be filled with important people and delicious
We'll make him
hors
think we'll be sad about it, but
I'm
really,
actually
we'll all be
competing in the
happy to
tournament.
have rid of all that
I had no
crazy
idea
old
we were hosting a
madness in
junior
our
tournament.
lives.
That's incredible.
Meanwhile, I have
In
no
that
idea what's
case,
been happening
I will
since
gladly
we've
be
been
there
talking.
to cheer you on and eat delectable.
Oh.
Nope. No junior tournament. I'll be squaring off against you.
Yeah, so she's competing in the tournament.
See. Well,
Like a
perhaps
fencing
this is the time
tournament?
to stop listening to stories and finally make some of your own. Good night, Gwendolyn.
And
Sleep well.
she's going to be competing against him. I'm pretty sure her cousin don't really know. And yeah, I think that's
Come
it.
in, Gwendolyn.
And like instead of
You can set
practicing,
those
she just
overnight
spends like the
stands.
whole day listening to Graham's stories.
Grandma
Like a
said to
responsible
take 3
kid.
spoonfuls of each.
I'll get to those. No need to fuss over me. Now let's talk about far more important issues, like that fencing tournament. I hear you're competing.
Well, I signed up, but I'm not so sure anymore.
Nonsense. If it's Scott you're worried about, he's no bother. After all, I only learned that you entered after he complained about it all morning. Threatened.
Okay,
I'm
maybe
guessing.
it's the next day. I don't really
There are
know.
many ways to win a duel. I, for one, have always been fond of...
Oh yeah, this is their dialogue trees. So again, it's like a deft maneuver, like strength or a quick-witted distraction, like intelligence or an act of kindness, even in victory, which is bullshit. But because I'm being all nice, like let's do an act of kindness.
Treating my opponents with respect. You'll be surprised what opens up to you. A lovely fellow once told me the fastest way to anyone's heart is through their stomach. Speaking of, that reminds me of a story. One I know you haven't heard before. When I was a much younger lad, before I was a knight, before I'd been to Daventry, and even before I'd seen a dragon. It's a tale about a tournament that changed my life. It is a long story, but I shall tell it briefly.
Yeah, it's really not brief. It's still pretty long. Like, for it being episode
Triumph,
1,
this looks as good a place as any to camp for the
it's
night.
still pretty long.
Let's rest
for
up.
being an episodic
Big
series.
day tomorrow.
But yeah, that's his Mount Triumph. And yeah, he's really not that smart. So I can avoid all the trees and rocks and things. Or I could just, yeah.
So video game physics or not, he's dead.
He's
Like mega dead. He just broke his spine there. Like
whatever. Ow, I did not actually see that tree.
also when you
What?
in the event that you're
After
rolling down a hill and you hit a tree, you don't just like let yourself slide off of it. You like, hold on to that.
Unless you get knocked unconscious.
Civilization.
Okay, so he was totally just like, I went down this road to civilization, but fuck that. We're going up this way. Yeah, that's the cliff I rolled down.
You can't leave Triumph.
Don't worry, Triumph can fend for himself. We've been through our share of sticky situations, but he always comes around when I need him.
Triumph is absolutely useless. He helps you in like the tournament, but he is absolutely
all that
useless.
graceful repelling, I was certainly not headed back that way.
Yeah, so he sasses you for doing that.
As I was saying, I followed the road to the east and headed to the night tournament.
Huh. Wait, what? Oh, there we go.
East.
See, Grandpa's getting a little demented in his old age. Even his storytelling's going off.
Suddenly, a gust of wind pushed me down the road, and I headed east.
And now there's a tree blocking the way. So yeah. And now this is Daventry. It's kind of pretty. It's pretty crappy. Important characters, these. Oh god, his neck looks like dislodged. Did you ever watch The Princess Bride?
Hey, over here!
Do you know anything about The Princess Bride?
The parade of hopeful knights
Like
was
the guy
scheduled
who
for the
goes
next
like,
day.
inconceivable!
I should have been with
Oh,
him.
that's who that
Watch
short
his
knight was.
triumph.
Well,
It seemed my first
dang
few
it, because they
minutes in
reference,
Daventry were
they
off
do
to a terrible start.
So,
like
how did you
subtle
catch up
references to The Princess Bride, I guess, with his character, because he is the character from that movie, and it's a relatively noticeable voice. But yeah, it's really pretty. Everything's all...
Strange tracks blazed a trail through the forest.
I don't know what he's talking about. I don't see any strange tracks, but yeah. They did a really good job on making the aesthetic of this game just really like that background right there. Like that looks really pretty. So, yeah. Oh. Well, we can do something with this tree, and we'll figure out what that is on the next episode.
Yeah.
Any closing statements, Mark? You were... Anything to say? Anything to add?
No.
One word to sum up what you're feeling right now.
No.
A better word than that.
I don't know.
That was more than one word. All right. Next time.